Hey, it's Just So Trish, and it's Wellness on a Wednesday. Why is it Wellness on a Wednesday? Well, if you've been picking up anything I have not been talking about, because I haven't really been talking about it, I have been really sick since March, and it led into being really sicker, and I'm climbing out of the hole of being sick, and I can finally come back here on this. So on my weight loss journey and on my wellness journey, I've been kind of keeping up with you, and I hit and miss at times, and I'm trying to come back. Very motivated by Tangi, so thankful for Tangi. And what happens, and I'm not sure if you've dealt with this, is I deal with fatigue. And I deal with fatigue, and I really, and there's no I'm sorry, it's like figuring it out on your own. There's no doctor that's like, this is what your problem is. I do a lot of good health care for myself, and one of them is going to a chiropractor, and I believe that is like the key to just like keeping it together. So what has happened over the last few years, and this is going to be a little ramble, I'm not going to lie, I already got my coffee, is I can do really well, and I can actually be high energy. I'm a high energy person right off the bat. Make sure he's good. I'm a high energy person right off the bat. And I will go, and I have 6 kids, and I'm running, and then all of a sudden I'll feel a little down, and then all of a sudden I can't get off the couch. And I am exhausted. I am fatigued down to the core. So one of the worst things I ever did to myself was not be consistent with prenatals after the second one. So that means my body did 4 children with minimal additions of nutrients to my body. And I think I pay every day for that. I felt invincible at the time because I was an idiot. I'm just going to put that out there. I was just really dumb and dumb and dumb and dumb and dumb. And I'm paying for that today. So if you are still in the baby making phase, I almost say prenatals every day until you're in menopause. Which I don't know if that's great medical advice, because I'm not a medical person. So I feel like I've depleted my reservoirs. I've depleted my reservoirs of energy and nutrients and micronutrients really bad. So if I get going and I kind of use too much later on, like there's no reservoir. So I've depleted the reservoir, then there's not enough. And I just kind of went through that. So leading up, January really kicked it off for us, just getting busy to get my kids ready for fair. Not that that was a huge thing in itself, but there was a lot of activities like workshops and trainings and weekends and record books and pigs and goats and animals, just every which way. Have things ready, build a hay bale, just fun, really good fun stuff that we were doing. And we did it, and I'm like, now I can rest. And actually at the fair, I kind of lost my ability to stay on my Weight Watcher program. Not that it's hard, but I just wasn't preparing. Long days, an hour from home, and by the time I was just, cheeseburgers sounded great, like 4 of them would be fine. Not a good practice. And there's funnel cakes and corn dogs, and I really did, and that was gonna be fine. I was like, it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna get right back on it, and it's just not gonna be a problem, and I'm not gonna feel guilty. So we almost had about a week's worth of rest, and we went to the Triumph for Katie's birthday. I will add that video somewhere. It's in there. I'm not reading that right now. Somebody is up. And I got some allergy. Like the pine trees were in bloom. I was under the pine trees, and it just kind of started with a little cough. And I felt fine that morning. I walked into my chiropractor's office that afternoon because we went to the rappelling place, and we went from there straight to the chiropractor, and she's like, you look sick. And I'm like, I'm not sick. And that began. From there we went to the Capitol. I've done a day trip. We've done weekend competitions. We've done speech competitions, driving everywhere, finishing classical conversations. and my body crashed, and it crashed hard to the point of feeling really depressed because I'm like, I'm back here again. I've just done this back to myself again. And it's really when I feel that way and I'm coughing constantly, it's really hard to want to eat well. And then yet I knew if I didn't eat well, I would just not get better. So what did I do? What did I do? I use ZipFizz. Use your own discernment on that one, but I use ZipFizz because that's what gets me moving. And I won't use it consistently for a long time, but I will use it until like whatever the vitamins that are in it will reset my system, and I'll have what I need, and I won't need one. But the first few days, I'll need 2 a day. Don't drink them after 4 p.m. You are not going to sleep at all. They're not heavily caffeinated. They're more B12, but they do have caffeine in them. And I don't know all the statistics on that. I'm not taking a no-dose. I'm not taking, you know, I feel like with this is the only thing I take that makes me feel like I'm not stealing from somewhere else in my body to make this happen. I feel like I'm being encouraged from the outside in versus pulling some, you know, just recirculating what I don't have enough of. So it recharges me. And then I've been doing a lot better on making sure I got my vitamins. I'm not consistent, but I'm trying. So it was amazing because last week I was just like, because I forget, and I'm like, I need to go get a ZipFizz, some ZipFizz. I was out of ZipFizz. There's my washing machine. I'm sorry. It's just real life. And I'm just like, I'm going to pull myself together and I'm going to go to the store. I tend to get them at Sam's. And right now they have like a 30 pack, which is 3 different flavors for $30. So they run about $1 a little tube powder. So they look like a little mixed water drink, you know. And so I went there. I got a 25-cent bottle of water and I made my ZipFizz in the parking lot. By the time we drove to the next grocery store, because I only need a few things from Sam's, and if you know Sam's or Costco, you go in there and you're like, I'll get groceries. It's going to be a $7,000 grocery bill because everything's in bulk and it's just too much. So I just needed a few things in bulk, stop there, and then I wasn't a 5-minute drive to the next store. And by the time, and I went to that store trying to pick up stuff for Katie. In fact, I'm going to have a video coming out. Some of you know and have been on this journey, but my oldest daughter has a really bad food intolerance issue. And so she isn't allergic, so she's not going to go into shock or, you know, anything like that. But she has the fact that she cannot eat wheat, oats, rice, beans, corn, potatoes, and something else. I'm probably forgetting. So it keeps her like whatever. So I'm going to start sharing videos. Tell me how much do you want me to share of that, about how I feed my food sensitive child. But we actually have a grocery haul coming out because she went to camp and we had to go camp food shopping. It was a shopping haul, food sensitivity shopping haul. And I'm in there and I'm kind of picking things up for her. And let me tell you, like, it was all of a sudden rushed. And I'm like, you know what? I can get what I need to get back and control what I'm eating. And it was like that. And even I had Addie with me, who's kid number 4. She was like, Mom, your mood is so much better. I'm like, isn't that amazing? We even left there and went and got to the donut shop and got her a donut. I didn't eat a donut, which was pretty darn remarkable. So I started back on that and it's helped me a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. Before the fair started, I was 169. So I'd gone from 184 in December to 169. I got on the scale. I was 188. I put that much weight on. But that is what my body does. And I literally can mark it. Like, I only gained 5 pounds between March into the middle of May. I wasn't eating any differently. I wasn't eating out of control. And the final week, I put on 15 pounds. I don't think, like, I think it was just the accumulation. That's what my body does. When I get sick, I don't put weight on immediately. But as time goes on, it just jumps. It hits that mark and it just jumps up like 15, 20 pounds in literally the course of a week. It is the craziest thing. I'm sure my thyroid probably does not work as good as it should, but I've had it checked. So I'm not sure. But I want to tell you like some cool things that I have coming up and like what I've got going on. So this week has been just me and the two littles, because all the older ones are off at camp. Remember last year, Camp Puka-Palooza? I say that with love. But last year they got the norovirus and they came home and we all pretty much hurled our guts for a week and a half. Yep, they're back there because it's awesome. That should be like a once in a lifetime fluke. Actually, that was the first time it had happened in like the one director's life there, 30 years, and it had never happened like that before. But I got to have life with just 2 kids. Oh my goodness. I remember, now I realize why I look back and I feel like I got so much done, because it was just so much easier. I mean, I hate to say easier. It's just one part of my little brain being used that gave me freedom for the rest of my brain to be used on things I want to do. And I realized how much they're like work, you know, moment to moment work. But those older kids, man, they occupy your brain really big. Like it's the craziest thing. It's very feeling phenomenal. And I have to say, I feel like a little bit out of my necessity, and I've seen a few bad habits that have happened that I haven't noticed. So, my olders help with the littles in crazy time. I mean, I think this is just large family logistics. My olders help with my littles in these little teeny tiny ways. And it's everything from just being attentive to them when we're in the store so I can be attentive to other things. When I used to, so I've done a lot of comparing of when I used to go to, you know, I've been doing a lot of comparing of like 8 years ago and now. And when I used to go to the store 8 years ago, and Katie and Bubba were teeny tiny like Orville and Leona are right now. They're not even teeny tiny really, because I mean they're 6 and 4. But they were very attentive, like I have to be at this cart. You know, I had them very trained because I had to be able to attend to them and attend to the groceries. These 2 were crazy. They don't have any of that sense. And what I've realized is because the olders would hold their hand and just be like, you have to come with me. You have to come with me. And I think there was something I was watching about how to have your older kids helpful without being bossy with the little kids. And I'm like, I can't figure out where I've seen it at, but I can't find it. I got to find that. I'd like to hear those thoughts. Again, I'm so sorry about the washing machine, but I got to get stuff done. And I realized being at the store with them that they're used to like literally using all their body weight to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. And now I'm realizing why my older kids kind of come up somewhat frustrated or agitated by the time we leave. Like they're not overly agitated, like what is going on, but it's just like a little bit. I always thought that was just a store experience. Now I'm realizing it's because I got this little person dragging their hand, being so disrespectful because they want to do what they want to do. But anyway, so I found that out. So I've been doing good. I will tell you I had a coughing fit, which I haven't had, and one of the doctors had told me that I have acid reflux. I have silent reflux, which I'm not, was like, I don't know, I don't really get what you're talking about, but whatever. So I'm doing Weight Watchers. I've been very low carbing it as I kind of kick my body into weight loss mode again. It's just, it helps me get back into the mindset. So a lot of like vegetables, fruit, just not a lot of wheat or anything. Last night we went to Cracker Barrel and I had the blackened tilapia or catfish. I think it's catfish. I had the blackened catfish, which is 1 point for 2 fillets, which is phenomenal and it tastes amazing. I had 3 bowls of turnip greens, which was 5 points, but I don't care. I love the turnip greens. And then I decided to get a biscuit, which was 5 points, and then I got the sugar-free blackberry jelly, 0 points. And when I did that, I immediately started coughing, like the dry cough and everything else. So I'm looking it up. Of course, I'm sitting there at the table because we don't ever get to go out, and it's just like 4 of us. It was so neat. So we're leaving, and I'm just researching to figure out why am I now coughing after food. And at the same time, it was hard to swallow, and it felt like my throat was closing in and on fire. And I'm like, am I having this like reaction? My husband's like, you're allergic to wheat. And in my research, guess what came up? Acid reflux. So I was like, I need to get home. So I came home, I took a douse of apple cider vinegar, and I felt so much better. So a lot of times you have acid come out because whatever it is that keeps your stomach closed, if there's not enough acid, it'll open up, which allows what little bit of acid is there to go up. So you need to add acid so then it knows it has enough acid and it closes. And I did that and I felt better. So that was a win, but I'm still trying to kind of stay off wheat. So I do want to share a few things with you, like what's coming up and what I've done before I jump off here. And I'm going to have a crazy weekend. I'm going to be gone this weekend with 2 of the kids. So I've gone from the 2 youngest to the 2 oldest. I need to do something special with my 2 middles next week, but we'll figure that out. And I'll try to start posting these on Wednesday. I'm going to try to just post as much as I can. I have a lot of curriculum reviews getting ready to come out. In fact, I shared a curriculum review on this one for those that homeschool, and this is what we're replacing our CC with at home. This is really cool. So you definitely want to go jump on that, and that's the Claritas Publishing memory work, and then they have the grammar, so it kind of replaces the essentials. And then I've shared, did you see the flip through on this planner? I love this planner. This has really been a great planner. It's by our homeschool convention. In fact, I have a code. They gave me a code. I don't know how I got so blessed. They gave me a code that gets you $10 off the membership. So totally worth it. If you live in Florida, it's a no-brainer. You need to do this. Outside of Florida, you get the magazine. So I think it'd be $35 and you get a monthly or quarterly, I think monthly magazine. But then you get the discounts too. All right, so this planner is made by homeschoolers for homeschoolers, and I want to show you like the weekly. So let me see. So it's laid out a lot like an Erin Condren, but it has a bunch. You'll have to go back and see the video, but I'll show you like last week's. I just kind of set it up. It's a really, I kind of use it as a think tank brain dump. I'm not carrying this anywhere with me. I just actually leave it on the arm of the couch. And this is like my to-do list and what I'm doing for the day. It's kind of like my little memo book, and I love it for that. So, but the big part is you can now buy it online. So I'm gonna put the link down below of that, of the membership code, so you can use the membership link, but then also the fact that you can access it and get the link. So what did I do? Some mental health is what I've done this week, because I made this. All right, I gotta show you this real quick. I'm gonna do a video tutorial later on. I am, because this is so cool with all the measurements. And I'm actually in it, and I can't wait to share it, because this one already has a special home it's going to, and I can't wait to share that with you. So this is a traveler's notebook. What do you use it for? Whatever you want. We've had a lot of cool ideas. I found a little 88-cent calendar that can go in it. And that's the really cool part. This is really just a cover, and you go when you purchase these. And this is $2. $2 worth of notebooks that are in here. And you can change the notebooks out. So you can use it as a garden planner, you can use it as homeschooling, you can use it as sermon notes, whatever you want to do. So I can't wait. There's something special that's where this one's going. So it has the elastic band. It has the side pockets in here. And these are that 3-pack of catalog or notebooks from the Dollar Tree that are in here. So that's a $1 notebook. And then there's this other really cute chill out $1 notebook. And then in the back, I have a spot for like thank you cards and another pocket and then a pen holder. And so these are held in with a piece of elastic. I know if you've been on Instagram, I've explained that. So you can slide the books in and out. And you can add new books, change them out, whatever you want to do. You can make this be whatever you want it to be. So I'm going to try and get a tutorial on there. I know I don't do a lot of sewing tutorials much, but every once in a while it happens. So I'm going to try to get back to doing Wellness Wednesdays. There's no promises. My new favorite cup. I know, I'm just like, did you know about this? This is my new favorite cup. It came from Dollar Tree. See that? I've been taking frozen fruit, putting it in there, And sometimes I put a diet ginger ale, not a diet, the Zevia ginger ale in here or whatever, and it like flavors it, or just water. It's really, I really like it. I mean, it's for $1. I kind of wanted an infuser. So that's what I've got going on. Sorry to be long-winded about this. It's Wellness Wednesday, but today it's on a Friday. How are you doing? Have you dealt with this kind of fatigue? I know I always ask the questions at the end. I should ask the questions more often at the beginning. Have you dealt with fatigue? Have you dealt with this like mommy, I've had many kids fatigue that just owns you? Owns you. Owns you. And then I'm in a debate. I just need to, you know, and I'm trying to find like what is going to be my happy weight. And I really think my happy weight is going to be more my happy size. I'm going to still track my weight. But what has been very frustrating is I put on this weight really quickly, nothing fits. And I don't have the space to add more clothes to my collection. And I'm not really in the mood to go shopping, nor do I want to spend the money because I'm buying homeschool curriculum. So that's a little bit rough. I'm hoping it won't take much longer, but my friend, You Are Awesome, has sent me a really amazing book. I can't wait to do the review on it. And it's been a really neat to hear the perspective. I'm not going to become a minimalist. It's like Thank You Things is the book. And I've been listening to it. But it's definitely got me in a place I want to minimize. Not be a minimalist, but minimize. So I've been spending, I actually have everything pulled out from my cabinets and I'm slowly putting it back away because I went and bought, you know, and I'm laughing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a minimalist because I'm going shopping to minimize. But I bought some really just basic containers and it has helped so much in these little mobile home cabinets and just getting more order. I really want to do something with my pantry system. You know, the cube system. Yeah, the iron's out because I've been sewing. Because I can sew with little kids, but I got to get going because we got to get to the chiropractor. But just kind of minimizing things and moving out the clutter because that's one of the biggest frustrations. I have a complete hot mess in this house. But you know what? For the first time in forever, it is my mess and not my kids' mess, which is pretty amazing. So anyways, that is Wellness Wednesday on a Friday. I hope to be continuing with this. Tell me how you're doing. Weight Watchers just works. Because sometimes I need to eat a biscuit. And sometimes I need to eat ice cream. And I can make all those allowances. And I can eat a whole watermelon and it's all right. All right, so anyways, I'm going to talk to you later. I hope you're doing well. And be on the lookout for some crazy, amazing videos coming out. And lots of curriculum reviews. Or not really, I need to do a lot of curriculum reviews based on what I learned doing challenge with the kids. You know, like the Lost Tools and this, man, the Socratic method. Whew, I love that stuff. I didn't even know I love that stuff. I didn't even know I would love Latin. That was a far cry that I thought an expectation, but I do. And I cannot wait to share with you what our plans are. And I'm still fine-tuning everything. I kind of know what I have, and now it's like, how do I put it into my blocks? So I'm going to talk to you later. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.